Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am. Now, we are back in Canada again. It's Adam Skelly again. Now, what you're about to see just goes to show you that it's peak 2020. Bearing in mind that we've seen from Canada all over the West where the usual suspects, they topple down statues, they do the usual stuff, and it happened in Toronto. They knocked down a statue in Toronto completely unopposed. The authorities did nothing. Now, this is Adam Skelly that you can see here. The authorities are really trying to destroy this man because he dared to want to open his business. Now, it turns out he doesn't just have one restaurant. He has numerous restaurants in and around Toronto, which means that he has a large number of employees. Now, none of these employees have been able to work. His companies, his restaurants are losing money, hemorrhaging money. He dared to open them, and now police are surrounding all of his restaurants. We've got two to look at today. He's got two restaurants in Toronto, and there's just bizarre behaviour going on. It's like he's become the figurehead of freedom, and the powers that be, these Great Reset, global reset types, want to smash him to demoralise everyone else. So we're going to take a look at this. Got a few things to look at. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this video around to your social media feed. It's very important you do that now because independent commentary is being throttled in a big way. So if you care, I need your help. Right, let's go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to see is this is Adamson BBQ. That's his name. It's the other barbecue restaurant owned by Adam Skelly in Toronto. And it's got like police surrounding it. It's bizarre. Bear in mind, as I told you, if you're one of the usual suspects, you can do what you like. But if you try to open a business, you get the treatment. So that was an officer, one of these Rona officers in there. Okay. Now, look. It looks as if the windows have been boarded up. Now, I can't say if they have absolutely for sure. It might just be an angle that I'm catching it at. But it does look like they have been covered over in some way. Now, as you can see, it looks... Look, there's all of these barriers placed around his restaurant. Nobody else's business, his. So, his restaurants, both of them, now look like a crime scene. Look at this. It looks like a crime scene. And this is the same property, Adamson BBQ, last night, from a different angle. And as you can see, it's like a crime zone. So they're there at the back there as well. There's another Mounties patrol car there at the front and the back, making sure no one can come in. The only thing they're missing is that crime scene tape. You know, the tape. That's all they would need to finish this off. Who are the good guys here and who are the bad guys? You tell me who's good, who's bad, because the Cuomos and the Newsoms and the Pelosi's of the world, they talk a good talk, but they don't walk a good walk. In fact, they don't walk any walk at all. Now, for those of you who missed it, we've got another new clip after this, but I want to show you the same clip from yesterday because this is when Adam Skelly was grabbed. This is at his first restaurant, the Etebioki location. That's what it's called. It says Adam's Etebioki. I should imagine that's a native word for something, probably the area, I don't know. But Etebioki, I believe I'm pronouncing it right. That's his first restaurant. Adamson Barbecue is his second restaurant. One is in an industrial area, and from what I've seen, the other is in a residential area. I think the industrial area one might be an all-you-can-eat. I'm not too sure. I have looked online. He's got his own Twitter. They've got their own Twitter accounts. But this is when the master criminal, the revolutionary businessman who dared to open his business, was arrested. It looks like, you know, those scenes from like the 90s where you'd be watching a news bulletin. This is back when people actually thought they were getting the news on news, quote unquote. And you would see someone get pulled out and he's being extradited because he's been doing just the worst things in the world, and he gets rushed over to the police car. That looks like this. If we brought someone back from the 1990s and said, what do you think this man's done? Opening his business and trying to make a living in what we thought was a capitalist country wouldn't be it. The absolute worst thing about this is that all of these people are productive citizens, the same in Britain, New York, etc., who back the blue. They support the police. The usual suspects who can tear down statues. They can do what they've been doing in many big cities, you know, looting and all that type of stuff, rioting. They can get away with that. The politicians tell the police to stand down, and a lot of times they're perfectly happy to do that. The people who are not being punished, the usual suspects, do not like the police. But the police seem to be giving them an easy ride, and prosecutors, and local politicians, and state and national politicians. But the people who love the police, adore the police, back the blue, and they understand that we need a police and don't want to defund the police. The police are coming to arrest them, and they are treating them harshly. As you see here, we've seen it all over. So to finish off, just so you know that this is a political hit job, this is Adam Skelly. This is an interview he did last night in which he says that he has been depersoned from social media. I mean, his website, he's still got his website. There is a page for one of his restaurants, two of his restaurants, I think. But his own personal ones apparently have been purged.
For mischief and obstruction charge. That's something that most people don't even get brought in for. It took so long today because the Crown Attorney was being advised at a province level on what my bail conditions should be. One of those bail conditions is that I'm not allowed to use, communicate, or post on social media. That to me is really interesting. I wonder what it is that the province doesn't want everybody to know.
Yes. You know, actions speak louder than words. You can give a whole load of words saying, oh, under section blah-de-blah, and under this, that, and the other, you know, section of the penal code. You can't do this, you can't say that, blah, blah, blah. But actions speak louder than words. When you're cutting out Adam Skelly's tongue and you're silencing him from the internet, all you're doing is you're saying that you don't want people to communicate, to talk, to discuss ideas. And that tells me, the action of you doing that tells me and tells a lot of people, and I think Adam Skelly gets it. From what he said, I think he gets it. Tells me that you're up to no good. It tells me that what you're doing is not in anyone's interest but your own. They make out they're on everyone's side. They're just the best people on earth. But when you look at them, really, you look at them closely and you stop. This is what I tell everyone. And I wish everyone in society did this. Maybe then we would have more of an awakening. But stop listening to what the business as usual politicians say. Whether they're Labour politicians in Britain, well, all the main politicians in Britain. Whether they're the Liberals in Australia and Canada, whether especially the Democrats in America. Stop listening to what they say and start listening to what they do, because what they say and do are two different things, and you'll see what their true intentions are. Anyway, what do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section below. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell and share this video around. It's needed now more than ever, because the powers that be are, of course, clamping down on independent commentary channels. So I need you. Thank you. Goodbye. If you enjoyed that video, if I could ask you please to subscribe to the channel, hit that little subscribe bar down below, hit the notification bell beside it and put it on notifications to all notifications. That will just notify you when I upload. I upload videos almost every day. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow.